them and you, which one feels best for you, okay? And Ross, I'm just gonna have you watch the one where we're reaching like this, just don't reach as high. Cool? So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna sit on our bench and we're gonna literally like let our boobs fall over our knees and we're gonna block off access to air going to the belly so that it goes to the chest. The other thing you're gonna do is you're gonna pretend you're like Superman with your palms facing down. So that's gonna have the shoulder blades on your back. Me being forward over my legs is not gonna let the air go to my belly. So then what do you know? The air has to go here, okay? So I literally sit down, bend over my thighs, and then I take my arms like this, like Superman, okay? I'm gonna breathe, bending over in this position with my palms down, and all I'm doing is breathing. So I'm sitting down, I'm breathing into my clavicle, my head's not dropped, it's here, and I'm just inhaling. Now, my shoulder blades are together, so the air's not going back there. My chest is on my thighs, my belly's on my thighs, so now the air should be going to the chest wall. I just want you to do 3 to 5 breaths in this position. Inhaling into the chest. For a long time, I just was so compressed up top that like I literally couldn't even breathe into my chest, but it's a pretty nice feeling when you can. Relax. Was that okay, Ross?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, moving on to the next one. We're going to the wall. This is my favorite, especially with people that like, if you're nursing, if you're sitting all fucking day in front of the computer, you're going to go into a wall, sit, you're going to find your back, your mid back, and your upper back into the wall. And just like we do on the ground, you're going to drive your elbows into the wall. So, wall sit. Here I am. This is just like a hammy drag, right? Except I'm going to drive my elbows into the wall. So, hi, Sadie. Common mistake I see when people exhale, they go like this and they use their upper abs to like grip down. That's not what we want. I want your elbows here so that again, you can breathe into this upper chest wall and then empty from the bottom, getting the abs on, but keeping the chest upright. 3 to 5 breaths in that position and let me watch you. This is literally my go-to favorite because you can't really arch into your back and you have more cueing to be like, okay, I exhaled from the bottom, but did I bring everything down, right? I don't want that. Hi, Sadie. She's so cute. So which one do you like better? The one bent over or the one on the wall? The wall? Everybody's going to have probably a different option, but if you say that you absolutely hate one of them, then we'll maybe never do it again. Now, third one. This one is kind of confusing. I took my shirt off so you can see kind of what's going on, but I talk a lot about how if we don't rotate through the rib cage, we're never going to get the obliques on, right? So I'm going to face the wall and I'm going to think about this. If I reach this arm out in front of me, right? Just like we do on the ground. And I say like, reach your forearms through the ground. This is what you're doing here, but you're going to reach this arm into the wall in a split stance position. Now I'm reaching. That doesn't mean my whole torso is going to turn. I really want to keep the sternum straight ahead. And my goal is to get some air between the spine and the shoulder blade. So it looks like this. I'm standing with my right foot forward and my left forearm is reaching into the wall, okay? So there's a space between my spine and my left shoulder blade. My right arm is going to go out to the side, like pushing against the imaginary wall behind me, but I'm not gonna rotate. I'm literally just gonna stay straight ahead. Does that make sense? You're gonna do 3 to 5 breaths. Margaret, get your legs closer together, like step your back leg forward. So my front leg's touching the wall, right foot forward, left elbow is reaching, kind of like a Zercher style. You should be able to feel that your shoulder blade is away from your spine. Yep. And Ain, take your left foot forward just a little bit more. Perfect. Now, the other arm, just do this, Justine. Imagine pushing back like this with your elbow, like elbowing someone behind you, but don't rotate your sternum when you do it. Yep, perfect. Good. Ross, move a little bit forward a little bit more. And then you're going to swap and you're going to do the other side. You might notice that you're a lot better at rotating in one direction, right? A lot of us can't go left. Try to imagine bringing your rib cage back, because a lot of you just stand in a rib flared position. So try to bring the rib cage backwards. Good. Justine, lower your elbow a little bit. Good. And Ain, imagine I was there punching you right in where your rib cage is, pushing you back at the bottom part. Yes, that's much better. Drea's like, what are you doing? Don't worry, we're almost done with it. Look at this face.
I know, but I have a baby to look at, so I'm all good.
She's so cute. She's like, my mom's done. Now, take a little walk around. The breathing's over. You made it through the boring part. Now, lie on your back. You're going to grab onto a single dumbbell. I wouldn't go heavier than 25 pounds. We're going to do a tricep pullover with a bridge. If this is your first time in a class, welcome. Don't worry about the weight for today. We're just literally going to do some bridges on the wall. I'm not trying to make it overly complicated. So I always tend to do that. If I'm laying on my back, I can have my right leg dragging down the wall, and I'm just gonna go heel toe. If I wanna grab my heavy weight, reach it over my chest so that my shoulder blades are up off the ground, I'm gonna inhale, pull over tricep extension, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So, you know how we do the co-contraction bridges at the wall with the two legs, right? Where you're dragging down the wall? All you're gonna do is one leg, pull the opposite knee in, and you're gonna go onto the ball of the foot, and you're gonna drag on the heel. You're gonna go onto the ball of the foot, and you're drag on the heel. Ball of the foot, drag on the heel. Good. Christine, pull that opposite knee into your chest. We're gonna go 10 to 12 repetitions. So you can do it one-handed like that, Justine. You could do it with two. You could do like one the long way. You're the boss.
20 pounds is a lot for one hand.
Yeah, so I was thinking that when I do that, I hold it like this. Yep, perfect, good. Now, where is your rib cage at the start position? Get it back. Don't start in a flared position, right? So if I'm laying on my back, I need to know that I've exhaled empty from the bottom. I'm reaching, that brings my rib cage back, and then I'm able to go overhead, which is gonna expand through the chest and get the abs on. Nice. She's literally so entertained. It's amazing. Now you're gonna flip yourself over. We're gonna get into a bear position. All we're gonna do is bear, step, bear, step, bear, step, bear, step. Now, do you necessarily have to lift your knees up off the ground? Not necessarily, but maybe you do for the first half and then you don't for the second half. So it's gonna look like this. I'm on my hands and knees. My feet are on the wall and I'm reaching through. My back is nice and flat. I'm not arching, right? I'm not overly flexing through my spine. Push through my index finger and my thumb and lift my knees up off the ground. Now, inhale, step my right hand and my left leg forward. Exhale, step it back. Inhale, right knee, left hand. Exhale, step it back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. You are opening on one side and compressing on the other. We're literally just gonna go for 20 repetitions. Stepping forward and stepping back. You're pushing the ground away. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Pushing the ground away. Step forward. Awesome. And push back. Bless you. All right, so who's in for some interesting shit? If I have a little step, I can use that. If I have a bench, I can use that. If I'm like, fucking no way, I don't want to drop and jump, you're gonna do a seated box jump instead. So we got variations for everybody. So the most beginner variation would be this. I'm sitting on my bench. I go inhale, exhale, jump. Inhale, exhale. Okay. I was telling everybody that I was like up all night with Julia, but then Eva was up at like 4 o'clock. So I haven't had any alone time. So I'm a real, you know what, when I don't get that. So Eva was like doing it with me and I was like, walk the plank like Peter Pan. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to stand on a box and you're going to step off the box, yield it down into the ground and then jump. The box does not have to be super high. It looks like this. Walk the plank. I'm going to lift my arms up as high as I can with the ceiling. I'm going to drop down and jump. Okay? I literally yield down into the ground, drop, jump. Okay? So if you're doing the ones where we're on the bench, you can do 12. If you're doing the depth drop, you're just going to step off with your right leg 5 times. You catch with 2 legs and jump, and then your left leg 5 times. Nice. Whenever you're jumping, you want to exhale. Yep. And hit the ground. Good. Some of you guys are like, no thanks. Christine's probably like, this shit's fun. Good. Margaret, how's your knee feel?
So far.
Good. I'll take it. So I want you all thinking, because we're going to go through those all again, what sort of an upper body pull are you going to do, right? So here's the thing. If you don't have a TRX, if you don't have a chin up bar, you're more limited in your options, but I obviously have tons of options. But think in terms of, we're going to be doing a single leg deadlift and we're going to pair it with a chin up. So if you don't have that, I can give you tons of other options. Christine, you could also do your lat pull if you don't want to do like the chin up. So we know you have that. I'd rather it be a bilateral pulling exercise, and we're going to go kind of higher repetitions. So like the single leg deadlift is going to be 10 on one side, 10 on the other side, and the same thing with the chin up. So in your brain, we're going to start to think about what upper body pulling exercise are you doing? Because I know sometimes it takes a little while for you guys to get set up. I want to go back and do those bridges one more time at the wall. You do not have to do the pullover with the tricep extension, but I do want 10 to 12 doing like heel toe, getting those hamstrings turned on, getting ourselves into the position. So say I'm on the ground right here. I'm at 120 degrees. I'm dragging down the wall, hamstrings, heel. And then I go inhale, ball the foot. Look, I didn't change the position of my torso at all. I just lifted my butt by dragging the ball the foot down the wall, okay? Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now, if I want, I add in the pullover. I do not have to. I want to strengthen through that co-contraction first. So take this weight, reach the shoulder blades up off the ground. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Ten to 12 on each side. Yep, that works totally, Jacqueline. You could do it with one arm. You can do it either with two hands on one weight or one arm. Totally works as well. Good. Nice. Imagine your shoulder blades are reaching off the ground when your arms are straight over your chest. Reach and then bend at the elbows as you pull overhead. Yes. So it's like a combination of a pullover and a tricep extension.
Fucking bench.
Bear, crawl. So you're in that bear position. Step. If you don't want to step forward and step back and you just want to keep moving forward, you can do that. I'm open to whatever you want to do. If you want to crawl forward 10 times and then crawl backwards 10 times, you can. I like the step and put my deodorant on if you're wondering what I'm doing. Good. Big step and then step back. Big step. Step back. Good. Drea, drop that butt. Yep. Good. Keep your butt down just a little bit, Drea. And then think about that. So find your bear position, because I am going to pick on you. Find your bear position with your shoulders over your wrists instead of your shoulders forward of your wrists, because you're going to get more abs like that. Okay. Yep. Now, slow step, but don't lift your butt to go forward. Like actually move. Yes. Good. Nice and slow like that. I like that better. Good. So you're actually physically moving everything forward. One foot's coming. Yep. Everything. Yeah. Good. Perfect. Then we're going to go back. You're either going to do the jumps or you're going to do the depth drops. Ross, I don't want you to tear a calf or anything, but eventually I think this would be like a good one for you, especially if you play basketball. You don't even have to do the second jump. You can just like know that you can. I was trying to explain this to someone. Like for me, when I'm playing with my kids or like I go jump up on like the wall in the back of the house, I do want to be able to like jump down and not like tear my ACL, right? So like I kind of have to like do that stuff to feel confident in it, not just like avoid it and then think that randomly I'm going to do it and it's going to be okay. It's probably not, okay? Use it or lose it. So I'm up here, I reach my arms up as high as I can and then I just step and I catch, okay? So you can literally just do that instead of jumping again. Yep, that was great.
It's not, it's Stacey, it was, I did a few on the first one. It wasn't the jumping part. It's just my knees. I just wasn't warmed up a lot. So it was like, I was just slamming my knees. Instead of catching it.
Yeah.
But I can do it. I just need to warm up.
You're like, I ain't 25 anymore.
For shit, sure.
So what version of an upper body pull are you going to do? I'm going to continue to give you options. All right. So if you've been one arm rowing with a weight for friggin' 3 months, we want to change it up a little bit. We could do a seated row with a band. We could do the TRX, like deep squat version of a chin up. We could do a body row. We could do a chin up. I'm gonna show you a couple of the variations. So if I had my TRX, I could sit in a deep squat. This is a vertical pull. See how this is a straight line? That's hard, right? And that's kind of like, I want an upper body pull. If I was in my chin up, I could get inside of a band, let myself all the way down, pull myself all the way up. That's harder, right? If I have my suspension trainer, like the long way. This is a body row. See how I'm like straight? If I have a band and I'm in a seated position, I could do this. You guys just like to watch me work out, I know. Sitting down in a short seated position, rowing, that's another option, right? I do want you to be able to have it be like semi-challenging. If you took your bench and you laid it on top of like a box or a chair, you can do a bat wing row. So this is another option. This bench.
Oh, I can't do that.
I'm like, who's talking?
Sorry, it's me. I can't do any of those things.
Okay, so let's find a row that you
Need
can.
one more option.
Okay, do the one arm row that you've been doing for months, where you're like on the bench, but I want you to grab a heavy weight. Yep. Perfect. Yes, exactly. Now bend in your left knee a little bit. Yep. And now I want you to think about your allowing that elbow to pull back towards the hip as you exhale. Yep. Yep. Exhale. Instead of rolling up, just think row back. So these are called like a seal row, and Ain, I bet you could maybe do them. Not today, but just like for the future. If I take, because I'm always experimenting. If I take like even yoga blocks and like elevate this, I'm a little bit higher up off the ground, right? I just have like long limbs, so I don't know if it'll work for me. But if I go like this, oh look, I have another option, right? I'm just trying to get other options out there where we can strengthen the back, okay? Like, Michelle, it's fine for like now because you've been kind of like lifting heavy for, I don't know, a couple months, you know, but like that seated row, not going to get you that much stronger. You know what I mean? It's good. It's not bad, but I'm always just being honest. So maybe we figure out like another one for you. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a single leg deadlift. We're going to start at the wall, and then I'm going to talk through other variations that you can do. Ross, you could go right into like a landmine single leg deadlift so that you're kind of like challenging yourself. You can go like this. If I have my right foot forward, I'm in that kickstand position, coming up, coming down, coming up, coming down. Everybody else, if you want to load it up, grab 2 dumbbells. If you want me to go through it, just grab 1. If you want to use 2 kettlebells, you can, okay? Depends on how well-versed you are in the hinge position. So if I'm at the wall and I have my weight, if this is your first time doing it with me, just grab 1 weight or just come to the wall. If I have my left foot forward and my right leg back, I could have my right foot down or I could have it up, personal preference. I'm going to rotate over the left leg, hinge down, and come up. Hinge down, and come up. Perfect. Good. And take that right leg and lower it down the wall just a little bit more. Drea, do you have a trap bar? Do you have a bar?
No, I have a bar, but not a trap bar.
So do you see how I have Ross doing? I'm just trying to like load you up a little bit. So he has his bar in the corner.
Yeah.
And I actually really like these for kickstands because you can like load them up pretty good.
Okay, okay.
You could try that.
Okay. How much should I put on it?
I would just start with like 2 10s and then we can add it up as we go. Good. We're gonna do 10 on each leg. Nice. Do you
Stacey, take it
feel
away.
your glutes and your hamstring?
I was distracted because Drea was complimenting my outfit.
Because
but
she
if I-
just is like the girl's BFF of life.
I know, she's amazing. If I'm doing kettlebell, can I do one or you want me to carry two?
So I would start with one and then you can go two afterwards. Because we're gonna do like 3 sets. Nice.
Is it okay
Yeah.
if your legs off the ground?
I did not, but I don't care if you do. So put it in your left hand, put your right foot down on the ground. Yep. And you're going to kickstand your left leg back behind you. Good. Now, nope, kickstand it so it's down on the ground. Yep. Like back behind you with your left leg a little bit more. Yep. Now push your right leg down through the ground and stand up. Yep. Good. Don't lift your leg up off the ground though. Move forward a little bit more. So it almost is like and bring your whole body towards the bar more. Yep. Like this way. Yeah. Yep. Just a little bit so that it makes sense when you come to stand that it's right there. Good. Bend in that left knee in. Walk your left leg back just a teeny tiny bit. Yep. Good. Let it hang and then exhale, row back. Perfect. Good. Does that feel too heavy, Drea?
No, it feels good.
Okay, Christine, shorten your stance. Get your right leg back a little bit more. So we're going back to that upper body pull of choice. It's 10 again. If it's bat wing, load it up. If it's chin up, good. Lindsay's like, if it's wall row, kill me. Good. Now, keep your hand on your low back like that, Drea. Rotate your right hip towards your left side and bend your left knee more. Bend your left knee forward. Good. Because you're on that side. You want that to be doing the work, right? Nice, Aim. Good. And depending what you want to get after, Michelle, you could inhale for more expansion or exhale if it's like hard and like you want to go for strength, like you decide. Nice. Good. Now think about this, Drea, if you are going to do chins, right, for 10, use really a lot of bands that are going to like help you be able to do that. Now, let's not try to kill ourselves, but if we want to go heavier, we're going to go heavier on these single leg deadlifts. That might mean a heavier one weight or add 2, okay? This is why you lift weights, exactly. Hello. You gonna come work out with us? Drea, how many did you get?
Only 5.
Okay, well, rest and go do another 5.
Get ready for school.
Ooh, lucky, lucky. Nice, Nicole. Think about in terms of getting open from your butt, right? And maybe you exhale and then inhale. Good. Just thinking about your pelvic floor, emptying from the bottom up. Good. I'm not going to be mean, but Ain, it's too light.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
I know. I'm like, should I tell her?
I'm like, this looks too easy. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yep. You're done for. Drea, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to show you all the things I think about when I go to do it with a bar.
Okay.
So, let's say I have my right foot forward, right? I'm still doing my rotation that we work on the wall. I'm keeping my rib cage and my pelvis in a line. I'm here and I'm going to drive through the right leg. and then I'm gonna reach. And I'm gonna drive through. I don't feel anything in my back, and if I did, maybe I wouldn't go as low, right? So to put it in your left hand with your right leg forward. Yep. Bending in the knee, making sure it's coming from you pushing that foot through the ground. Yep. Nice. That's good. Like this side was good. It was the other side that was like a little bit weird. Sometimes I'll take a block and I'll just put it underneath the weight so I don't go as low. Because again, you're going to start rounding through your low back if you don't have that range in the back of your pelvis. Good. Good. See, Aim, this is so much better. Like you're going to feel it so much more too, but the form looks great. You know, we gonna go for 3 sets too. It's only 7:33. So, you can go right into that third set. Grab a drink. So much better to work out with a group. I wish I was working out with you guys. Good. The more you can push into that hand and the bench, the better off you're going to be because you're going to get that rib cage to move. Yep. And think about going back towards the hip. Yes. Good. Let it totally relax. Exhale back towards the hip. Think about emptying from the bottom so you're getting those abs on as well. Margaret, did the rest of the family end up getting COVID or just you?
So far, it's just been me. I had a dream last night that I got it again.
Oh God, no.
I'm the only one that got it in my family too.
So weird. So
I know,
weird.
it's fucking weird.
The infection rate is down to 0.66. It's like the lowest it's been in a whole year.
Woohoo!
It keeps
Say that
going
again?
down.
That's what they were saying at the doctor's office yesterday.
What's down to what?
The infection rate is down to 0.66, which is the lowest it's been in a whole year.
Nice.
That herd immunity.
And it is only year 3 or whatever, so.
Yeah, only.
So if you want to go heavier on the deadlifts, you grab 2 weights, right? If you're good with where you're at, that's totally fine. Remember, you can still rotate over the working leg, okay? If you have pelvic floor stuff, I want you to think in terms of exhaling on the way down so that you can inhale, lift on the way up. If you don't, then you don't.
You just read out the window. Harrison's in a full sprint running to his car.
What time does he have to be at school?
He's late.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's late again. Teenager problems.
Thought it was funny that of all the places I could be sore from shoveling, I was sore in my forearms. Me too.
That's so great.
So
Strength, baby.
yeah, my theory is that like the snow was really unstable, and so I was like
Gripping.
probably like this, right?
That's so funny. I was too, and I was like, what is forearm soreness from shoveling about?
Yeah, it's the grip, man. The snow is heavy, and you did it for like, I mean, I did it for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Why we all need to like live on a farm to get in shape. I'm gonna start talking while you finish this up because you can start to prepare what you're gonna do next. So this is gonna be either like a quad set or 5 exercises, but I'm only gonna give you the first 2 so you can set yourself up to not get confused. So we have a front squat. Ross, this could be a landmine front squat if you want. It could be a single goblet style squat. The heels will be elevated. It can be 2 kettlebells. It can be 1 kettlebell. It's gonna be 12 repetitions. So heels elevated, you could have a block between your knees. Justine, I actually want you to go with a band around your knees today. We're gonna superset that with a short-seated incline dumbbell press. So that means you don't have to have a bench. You sit in this position, which is the short-seated position. I'm digging my heels in. I'm leaning back a little bit so I get my abs on. If you tend to be tight in your hip flexors, you want to sit on a surface that's a little bit elevated. I can help you out with that. You're gonna reach up, pull down, bilateral. So 2 arms at the same time for 12. That might mean that you're on a bench with your knees pulled in and you're at an incline doing it like that. You don't need a bench though, okay? So heels elevated, squatty squats for 12, depending on the load that you want to choose. You could do landmine too, Drea, if you wanted to. You could do 2 kettlebells, 1. You might squat to a box because that helps you find your nice position. That's totally great as well. I like all the references.
For the overhead press, if you have an incline bench, should you just use that?
Yep. You're going to go at like that 45-degree angle. So external rotation in a squat happens at the top and at the bottom. So what you're going to do is you're going to just bias pressing out at the top, go through the mid-range, and then at the bottom, not relaxing, but you're going to press out again there, Justine, okay?
Where am I pressing at?
At the top and at the bottom. So, Drea, breathe into your chest with your knees bent a little bit. Okay, now lift that bar so it's literally like up at the top of your chest a little bit. Good, yes, yes, yes. Now let's see. Heels heavy, inhale to sit. Okay. Exhale, empty from the bottom. Good. Watch yourself in the camera. I want those ribs to not be flared when you start. So start, yes, that's a better position right there. Good. Good. Good, Aim, these look great. I want
I've been waiting for this moment.
So I want you to think in terms of, if I'm at the top position, I think that we could still get the rib cage back a little bit more, right? Because I watch when you stand, it's still like very forward, okay? So hold it here. Try to inhale into your back. Exhale, empty from the bottom, like draw the low abs in, and then inhale, sit down. Good, and then exhale, drive it up. Yep, good. So with the short seated press, think in terms of you're on your incline or you're in short seated, 2 weights. If you want expansion up top, it's an inhale. If you want to go for like brute strength, it's an exhale and it's 12 repetitions. All right. 2 weights, 1 weight. If you have like a single kettlebell, you can do that. You can turn it sideways. Like, I really don't care. They all, everybody can figure out a way to make it work. Christine, nice. Lovely.
Assuming you want feet up too, right?
Yeah, I mean, but I kind of just make it progress, not perfection. Good. Yep.
Congratulations, you had me get all my weights out.
I win. Now, Drea, what do the squats feel like?
It was just as hard to do the breathing as it was to do the squatting.
Okay.
Like-
But it didn't hurt your back, right?
No,
Good. So let's try it again.
same weight.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Are you waiting
top
for the other-
what?
Are you waiting for the other, are you giving us 3 other exercises?
Yes, I am. Ross, I never say this, but I love you. Okay, we're gonna do a lower body exercise. So get ready to hate your life. Don't go back to so say you've done the squats and the presses. Now, whatever you finished, right, which probably was the presses, we're gonna go to a lower body exercise. I'm gonna give 2 different options because I know, I don't know, it doesn't work for everybody. If I'm on a bench, right, I'm gonna come over here. What's a curtsy lunge? A curtsy lunge is where my pelvis is facing forward and then I kind of just like stretch out to that right side. I'm getting a little bit more internal rotation because my foot's gonna stay facing forward, right? So that's curtsy. What we're gonna do is a curtsy step down and we're gonna go slow, okay? So I'm gonna face this way. Right? I might have a wall or something in front of me. I might have nothing, but my right foot is here. I'm gonna slowly allow my left leg to cross behind my right. And my foot didn't hit the ground yet. I'm gonna pause, inhale, exhale, and then I'm gonna come up. So we're getting some length through the glutes. Slowly, pause, up. If you're like, no fucking way, you could literally just do a step up like this. I step up and I just slowly lower down. Step up, slowly lower down, or you have your suspension trainer and you keep both your legs bent, right foot, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. I'm just trying to get that length through the glute. It is challenging. Slow down. I want a breath at each, right? So, Michelle, slow the F down. Yes, good. Even if you like tippy-toed your foot to the ground, good, that was good, Ross. Let that knee kind of hover off. Justine, could you bring your step over to your TRX?
Yes.
Because then you're gonna actually get that stretch through the glute. Good. Yep. So heel heavy. If you don't have heel heavy, not gonna feel good. Heel heavy, big toe mound pressing down into the ground. Your knee is gonna kind of stay more towards the midline because we are getting a little bit of internal rotation. So this first time it's gonna be annoying, but like on Wednesdays, this is the workout that we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna get better, right? So slow it down. Yes. Now drive through that heel. Perfect. So just 8 on each side. I know these are annoying. Good. Then you're gonna grab onto 2 dumbbells and we're gonna do some deficit push-ups. So you're just gonna put your hands on the dumbbells. You could do hands on your dumbbells on top of an incline bench, hands on your dumbbells, knees on the ground, hands on the dumbbells, feet on the wall, but we're only gonna do 8. So I'm gonna show you what I mean. Just like we talked about in the beginning. When I have my shoulder blades on my back, I get air to go to the front, right? So if I have these weights underneath my hands, I'm reaching my rib cage back, right? Serratus, it all wraps around here. I'm not just squeezing my shoulder blades on my back to finish. I'm really reaching through. So I inhale to pull myself down, exhale to drive myself away. Inhale to pull myself down. Exhale to drive myself away. I can have the balls of my feet dragging up the wall. I could have my heels pressing into the wall as I pull myself down and drive myself away. We're only doing 8, but these are hard. Good. Pull the chest all the way down. Maybe you start on your feet on the wall, and then maybe you lower your knees down for the last set of 4, but you'll get better as the month goes on, or you go from your knees. You could do it on your bench as well with the weights on your bench. Nice, good. Reach all the way through. Inhale down, exhale, push through. 8. One of my children. Who's
Like if I
talking?
get them on the bench with my feet on the ground, would I get better at doing them from my toes? Like, or should I just keep doing them from my knees? Like, which is better?
I would try them on the bench.
Okay.
Okay. It's gonna be a day, guys. Nice. Aim, those look great. Now reach all the way through. Okay. So we're gonna do, let's just go back. I'm not gonna confuse you guys. Let's go back and do that again because I want to see the curtsy step downs again.
Go back to which one? Straight to the curtsy or the squats? And
No, the squat and the incline and then the curtsy and the push-up. We'll go all 4 again. She's just opening the door, looking at me and then slamming it.
Like that IKEA commercial.
Good, I moved away from the screaming. You guys all look good. Drea, turn your hands in like this a little bit. It's going to be easier to reach like that. Yep, good. And imagine your shoulder blades kind of wrapping around your back. Good. Nice, Katie Morgan. If you want to practice pulling your left leg up, so like come all the way up and then pull your knee into your chest on the left. Yep. Take a big inhale, take a big exhale, and then do that again at the end range of the curtsy. Yep. Margaret, your knee still feels fine too?
does, and I was actually thinking that my foot feels more stable doing this curtsy lunge than some of the other things.
Yeah, so what's interesting about it is just how much internal rotation you're kind of like biasing. So it's like gonna help you keep the big toe down with the knee kind of pulling in like it needs to do, you know?
Okay.
Your heel's heavy, so this is a good one. Good, Michelle. Good, you could even reach that hand towards the wall. Yep, and then slow, good. Maybe never even allow that left leg to hit the ground eventually. Good. Let the heel be heavy and the knee come forward, Justine. That looks great. Yep.
Okay. See you, Stacy. I gotta run. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Good week.
Just doing mom life things over here as well. I am still paying attention. Okay. After the step downs, you're going to go with those deficit push-ups. Again, try the harder variation first for half. Honey.
You want us to go through it again?
Nope. We're
Okay.
going to do new things once you're all done with the push-ups.
Okay, cool. Looking good.
Yes. You good? Okay. So I want you to think, if you like a lateral lunge with reach, that's what you're going to do. If you prefer a lateral hide in, then that's what you're going to do. Okay. Because basically I work out in every single room in my house anyway, so I could do this. Here I am. I'm going to go feet together, step, reach, reach, step, reach, step, reach. And I want you just breathing through your nose. Okay. So shut your mouth, breathe through your nose. Or you're here and you stick it to the right, stick it to the left, stick it to the right, stick it to the left. But you're going to do 20 breathing through your nose only. Good. Stick into the hip when you're doing those jumps and push the ground away. Yep. Bending in the knee a little bit. Perfect. Yep, exactly. Good. So Ain, think heel heavy, pull the knee a little bit in towards the midline and put your other hand underneath your rib cage so that you're pushing your ribs back. Yep.
And is it the same arm as the leg?
Doesn't
the
actually matter. I was doing opposite right then, but both are good. Good. So breathe in through the nose. You're going to go back to those bear crawls again in the bear position at the wall. We're going 20 here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So breathing through your nose, designed to be body weight. Think in terms of going a little bit quicker. Okay, just 20. Then we're going to do a forward to back lunge. And you're going to give me 10 on each leg. If you're like, nah, don't really want to do a forward lunge, then you can just do an alternating reverse lunge with a reach, which I'm going to show you. So don't worry about it. But you're still just breathing through your nose and you're just moving. Breathing through your nose and moving. So after those 20 bear crawls, you're going to go to the lunges. If I'm here, I lunge back and lunge forward. That's one. Lunge back and lunge forward. Okay, so we did lateral lunges, we did bear crawls. Now we're going front to back lunges. If you don't want to do front to back lunges, turn sideways and just do inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You're just rotating through your torso as you're doing reverse lunges. And you're going to do 20 of those. Good.
Are we
Still,
doing 10 each side or 20 each side?
oh my God, I'm not evil. 10.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not really that, I'm not sadistic. Chest up nice and tall, breathing through your nose. Good. Then I just want you to lie down on your back and I want you to relax.
I don't believe you.
Oh, I'm true. 7:58, we relaxing now. So I want you to pretend that you, well, as long as everybody has enough room, I want you to just like relax down on your back and let everything just be dead. Like you're just grounding down into the ground, completely relaxed. Okay, so rolling is really awesome. We're just gonna, we'll do more of it, but I want you to just be able to totally relax right now. If I was to take my right hand and reach it towards the screen, I want to be able to roll towards you guys without using my lower body. I just want to go so slow that I'm reaching towards you guys, but I'm just like, I end up just like rolling over my arm. Yep, super slow, like dead. Then I'm going to roll back, but I'm going to take my right leg and the right leg is going to initiate it. So I'm just going to reach really slow. So it's like pelvis, rib cage. And then you're going to try in the opposite direction. So I'm going to go reach my left hand across, but my body's like dead into the ground. Reach, get those abs, roll over. And then you're going to take your left leg and you're going to reach, and that's just going to roll you back. And you're just pretending to be relaxed down into the ground. And we're going to do it one more time in each direction. Take your right arm, reach. That's what starts you to roll over. Good, and then you're gonna take your leg and that's what's gonna get you to reach back. So my right leg is reaching all the way, hip, psoas, rib cage, reach towards the left, slowly roll yourself over. Left leg, reach, roll yourself back. And you're done. Thanks for dealing with me and my children. Send me all the positive vibes today. Bye.
Bye.
Nice
Bye, thank you.
journey.